Welcome back to another stream on the YouTube or Twitch YellowFang42 channel. I'm your host, YellowFang42. Last week we ended with a pretty much a whimper because my computer randomly restarted, and then it got even worse because I had to force shut it down because the screen wouldn't pull up, and then it disconnected from a USB hub. So I've been on a journey. And I don't think it was it wasn't as fun as I'm making it sound. So long story short, after some shuffling around, I did in fact fix the problem. It just was a matter of uninstalling and reinstalling my USB pub. 10 out of 10. We're off to a great start. So I got that fixed. I've also partially dealt with the problem with the internet. Hopefully, we don't have as many issues as last time. I almost started pressing buttons on my controller without switching to console gameplay. 10 out of 10. We're going great. So, here's the plan. We are getting to level 36 today. We are breaking this stupid curse, because this is getting ridiculous. We are at level 35. We have been at level 35 for way too many streams. We've done over 4,000 XP on a stream before. We can do it again. We are doing it right now. We are off to the races. Oh, jeez. That's fine, though. As I always say, I can work with this. Now, if you're new to the stream, you might be confused as to why I am letting the dusks beat the daylights out of me. It's because of this fun little ability called Experience Boost, which if I'm at half health or below, I get double the experience. See, I got 8 on one and 4 on the other. So if I get 8 XP, that means I get 80 total back and forth from, like, the total all 10 dusks. Whereas if I just attacked, I would get like 40 at a time. That sounds fine and all, and there might be like a mathematical thing that I could show where speed might be able to outpace the amount of XP it takes, but honestly, I kind of prefer the 8 XP route. I vaguely remember what it was like before I got the ability, and it was not Sunshine and Daisies, and that was like up to level like 7 or 9. I can't remember which one it was. Either way, it's one of the earlier levels. I'm glad I didn't pick the... It was Sword, Shield, and Rod, and I can't remember which one has where it's like in the double digits of leveling where you get that ability. But either way, we've had it for at least since level 9 or level 7, I think. I cannot remember for the life of me. But it's definitely moved things along. It's certainly moved things along. Jeez, I already need water. To be fair, I did just eat a handful or two of saltines before I started the stream, so that's on me. That is entirely on me, and in fact, I will take care of the drinking of the water right now. There we are. Did I ever fix the... Yeah, I fixed the tick tape. I'm silly. I keep calling it ticker tape, but I'm pretty sure that's not what it's called. It's just a marquee? Yeah, that sounds more right. That reminds me of the first time I ever heard the word marquee. This is actually kind of a funny story. The first time I heard the word marquee, it was because I was playing Roller Coaster Tycoon 1. That is the main reason why I know what a marquee is. Also because one of the screensavers on Windows XP is you can customize some text, and one of the animations is called marquee, and it's basically the same thing that the text is doing across the top of the screen there. So that's a fun little fact. I should play Roller Coaster Tycoon on a stream sometime. I don't know how well I do. Or maybe I should record it? See, that's always the struggle, is like, and to be fair, I can't remember the last time I played it. I'm always a bit of a wimp when it comes to games where there are stakes. I mean, I guess there are stakes with this, but like, managing things and stuff, it'd probably be good for me to challenge myself on that. What am I kidding? It'd be hilarious for me to challenge myself on that. Like, for example, when we got Zuka Tycoon 2, I would just play on, like, the sandbox mode and kick up the money to unlimited because I was like, I'm going to have fun with this. I don't want to worry, I just want to build things. Which I guess makes sense when I tend to enjoy Minecraft quite a bit. Because all I have to do is just get the things. I don't have to... I mean, I could pay for it when it comes to, like, paying villagers for resources in game, but, you know, it's just nice. It's nice to have something in life that's not monetized to hell and back, you know what I mean? Funny thing, I booted up my PS4 today, and for some reason Black Ops 7 appeared, but it's not installed, it's just there, and I think it's a way to get someone to be confused and be like, hang on, I don't remember installing this, and then it'll install it on your computer, or Wow. I mean, technically a PS4 is a computer, but wow. I should make a list of my games, not tonight because the only two devices that I use regularly to access my PlayStation account are currently in use. One is the screen you're looking at right now, and the other is the screen that I'm using to babysit my Twitch chat. Not that I don't have a babysitter for my Twitch chat, I do have a babysitter for my Twitch chat. It's called the Stream Elements bot, and I love it. It's very useful. I had to tell it to chill out a little bit a while ago, and I'm very glad I did. I'm very glad I did tell it to chill out for a bit. I wonder how they're doing. Getting parasocial, yikes. I shouldn't get parasocial, it's a bad idea. Although, there's nothing wrong with getting along with the viewers and stuff, so... This is kind of a toss-up. Wow, my noise cancellation is good. I just heard my dryer go off, like, screaming at me, being like, your clothes are done! I had to do laundry today because I got mud on my jeans, and I had already gotten really annoyed because I stepped in dog dookie on my walk. It was not fun. It was already a rough day. It was already a rough morning, and I was just like, that's the final straw. That's the final straw. I did clean off my shoes, by the way. I cleaned off my shoes, and then once I got back, I immediately threw my jeans in the laundry, and I was like, yep, we're doing a wash day, which honestly I needed to do my laundry because, a lot of my clothes, especially my pants and jeans, I just refuse to dry them in the dryer. Because it always shrinks them and they get uncomfortable and the thread starts falling apart. You know, maybe that's a testament to quality, but I don't know. Also, I just like the... I like how it feels when they hang dry, you know? Hang drying clothes is a blessing. It sounds silly, especially since it can be inconvenient, which it sometimes is. Sometimes I specifically pick clothes that I don't have to hang dry or do any special washing instructions for. I am very particular about my clothes choices because of that. I do have one item of clothing that I hardly wear right now just because it will take a lot of effort to make sure it stays clean. It was a gift. I should wear it sometime during this winter when I'm not expected to do any manual labor because I do not want that thing to get gross. I want it to be worn on a very nice chill day where I'm just relaxing and spending time with people without running around or doing chaos. Maybe I should move my laundry. At least get it out of the laundry room. And move the basket. I don't think I can reasonably fold my laundry though while streaming. That'd be silly. I mean, it's not like anybody hasn't done something like that before. Plus, no cameras means I can do whatever I want. That sounds silly, but it means that I can look like a complete gremlin and no one will know unless I tell you. That's the best part. Plus, I kind of like looking at the game more when I'm on stream than my face. I would have to watch my expressions and stuff like that all the time. I wouldn't say that my face talks very loud, but it can. It can be pretty noisy sometimes, my expressions. Quite noisy indeed. It's part of the fun. Come on, bring it on. Bring it on. Can you all please attack me so then I can take you out? Please. Come on. Oh my gosh, guys, you're taking too long. Okay, that's cool. It worked out anyway. Alright. I've almost finished off the first carton of ice cream that I got the other day. It has taken a few days, by the way. I'm not constantly eating out of the carton of ice cream. I'm somewhat civilized. I get a mug, I fill it up with ice cream, and then I slowly eat the ice cream out of the mug. It's very convenient because the mug has a handle. And it's kind of, well, it's more built for like heat extreme temperatures, but you can use it for ice cream. It's delicious. I quite like using ice cream in a mug. I actually have a mug that I've designated for ice cream, and then there's another mug that changes colors with heat that I specifically use for my tea and hot chocolate. I wonder. Lots to think about. Oh my. Goodness sakes, big yawns from me. Why am I doing that? Come on, bring it on. Bring it over here. We are getting to level 36 tonight. I need to get away from level 35. I can't do this. That's what the breaking this curse is about, because we have had some problems and I have fixed half of them. And hopefully I will clear level 35 tonight, and then I can finally say, okay, we can move forward. Technically, I already am moving forward because I'm making progress towards the next one. And hopefully the journey from level 36 to 37 isn't as nightmarish. The reason I say that it was nightmarish in the first place is because I was fighting with like 50 different devices on my Wi-Fi network that hadn't been cleared, so I removed like 25 of them that hadn't been connected in a while. Just from friends, people visiting. So curating the Wi-Fi is going to be a huge hit for me. That's going to save me a lot of headache. Because then it's like less things it's trying to reach out for the bandwidth and so forth. Which means more for me! That sounds so silly. Come on, bring it on! Bring it on! And there's step one. And also because I was able to do that, I was also able to like just deal with stuff. I'm very glad that that has been fixed, because it was a problem before. And then the USB hub, I have now memorized how to fix it, so if that does happen again, where the USB hub just gets disconnected and throws a fit, I just have to uninstall the thing and then let it and then unplug it and then reinstall and plug it back in to reinstall it. There we go. Took 50 words for me to describe something like that. 10 out of 10. It's a very good idea to know how to get to Device Manager. Hopefully... that reminds me, I need to check if I can get to Device Manager in Windows 11, because if I can't, that's going to be a huge problem, because I'm not about to go to some Microsoft store just to be able to do the things that I used to do on a basic function on any other operating system. The joys of being an old fart are that you grew up with computers and you just kind of learned how to fix them on your own. There wasn't any, like, simplifying stuff that shareholders constantly want. There I go again, complaining about shareholders. And you know what? They piss me off. Shareholders piss me off sometimes. Because it's always like, more, give me more money, give me more money. It's like, if you don't create something sustainable over time, you won't have a constant stream of income. Like, stop going for the more approach. Just go for, this is a steady thing. Because if you have a steady thing, that means it's going to stick around for a while, and you're going to have something constant, like a constant stream of income that, yeah, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but goodness sakes, it's keeping the lights on. And for some shareholders, it's doing more than keeping the lights on. They need to chill the heck out. Besides, I've heard from people buying a boat sucks. The best 2 days of buying a boat are the day you buy a boat and the day you sell it. The rest of it, taking care of those things, hoo boy. And then when you're traveling between states, you got to make sure you get that thing inspected, because it's got to get washed off, so then you don't accidentally carry invasive species into other bodies of water. You got to make sure to take care of all sorts of things. It's a hassle. Unless you're planning on living on that thing, it kind of seems a little bit pointless. I did actually consider one time in my life carrying a boat. Good job. What I meant to say is that once upon a time, I considered living on a boat at a marina. I thought, you know what, that'd be so cool. And that's all fun and games, and like, I would be constantly like working on the boat, taking care of it, making sure it stays clean and stuff, occasionally taking it up to the dry dock to get washed up, especially on the bottom. Make sure it's so nice and clean. But then I occasionally have to get fuel and stuff. And sailing would be nice, but I would also need to have a doctor to prescribe seasick patches, because I get motion sick on boats. I also get motion sick on planes. Maybe next time I fly again, I'll ask my doc about those seasick patches. If I ever fly again, especially if I do a long flight, I'll ask my doctor about that, because that might be the solution to me feeling like absolute garbage when I go on planes for really long flights. Because the last time I went on a super long flight, like this was like over 10 years ago though. Holy crap. But, ooh boy, I got trashed. In all fairness though, I'm pretty sure it was the lemonade and the greasy food from the JFK airport. I'm pretty sure it was that. Because I got utterly annihilated. And it made the whole group super nervous, and they gave me seasick medication when we traveled by boat for the next leg of the journey. This was like a whole group thing that I actually like paid money for from my time of working. Once again, guess who's lucky? Apparently me. I did so well. To be fair, okay, this is not me bragging. This is actually like genuine, like real talk. The reason I'm able to do this like this is because I did well before. I was able to crash and burn, because let's be honest, there was a little bit of crash and burn before this. Because I worked. I worked pretty dang hard. It didn't just all get handed over. Like, if I wasn't deserving of it, I would have not gotten handed it at all. Anything. Like, if I had sucked at my job at the beginning of it, I wouldn't have been able to stay. That's basically what I'm saying. Towards the end, I definitely sucked, and I definitely see where I made some faults. But for the time that I wasn't stressed beyond belief, I did pretty well. I do recognize that there was a lot of factors in the process of me eventually leaving my old job. But it was also super necessary at the time because I was not doing well. I'm doing better than I was a couple years ago. Let's just put that in perspective. I'm doing much better than I was years ago. I do still get tired, but not to the point where I just immediately lay down in bed. Okay, maybe I do. I've made progress. Okay? And sometimes I slide backwards. It's basically like, how do I explain? It's like crawling up a gravel hill. And sometimes you accidentally cause you make a weird misstep, you cause a gravelanche, and you slide back down the hill. But I'm still climbing up that stinking hill. And there's a couple spots where I found some ladders to be able to climb up, so the climb is a little easier. Do I still slip past the ladders a little bit later? Yes. Absolutely. That's what it is. It's part of living. You know what's strange? I was thinking about this just the other day. I used to think that 21 was old. Like, not like old, but I thought, yeah, 21, you're a full adult. You know what you're doing in life. I got to 21 and I was like, what is my life? What is going on? How do I cope with any of this? Shoot, when did I oh. Ooh. I think I turned... When did I turn on? Wait, was it really at that time? That can't be right. That cannot be right. No, it has to be right. Hang on. I'm doing some mental math. Let's see. Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense as to why I was a little bit off kilter at 21. But I used to think that 21, oh yeah, you know what you're doing. No, I still have no idea what we're doing. Adults don't know what they're doing. We're just figuring it out along the way. There is no set plan, at least as far as I can tell. I think there used to be a set plan, but that kind of got dashed back in 08, and like, it started a little longer before then. You can thank Reagan for that. Not me roasting Reagan again. Nah, he deserves it. He deserves it. But, yeah. Point is, sometimes when you're growing up, you don't feel grown up for a long time. You are like, okay, by law standards, you're an adult at 18. By drinking standards, you're an adult at 21. Also, I think the reason why the law standards and stuff, you're like, I think there was like a whole thing with, oh jeez, I'm getting lost and mixed up with the whole, voting initially used to be at 21, but it got moved down to 18 because people were like, hey, wait a minute, why are we sending these 18-year-olds to war when they can't even vote on whether or not they want to go to it? So they lowered the voting age to 18. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think I can't remember, it's definitely a few years after you turn 21. It ranges between people. Some of them it's like 25 where everybody's like, ah yes, your brain has fully developed at 25. I mean, your brain is constantly still developing. It doesn't really stop. Like, there is no stagnation in this world. Like, even in stagnant water, there's a reason why they tell you not to touch stagnant water. It's because it's changing with all the nasty germs and all sorts of bacteria and stuff that you really don't want to touch. There is no such thing as something completely staying still. I suppose unless you count something being at 0 Kelvin, but that's pretty flippin' freezing, and whatever it is, it's not living. Nothing, no atoms move at 0 Kelvin, if I remember correctly. Learning about that temperature was actually an interesting concept. That temperature scale was a very interesting concept for me as a kid. I think I started learning about that when I got really obsessed with either volcanoes or weather. I can't remember which one it was. Or maybe it was that brief time I got obsessed with space. One of the two. Or 3? I guess that's 3. Not the dusks, the things I was interested in. That reminds me, I want to read some weather books again. Ones with really nice pictures, not the ones that are like, ah, yes, this is for serious adults. I want to go back in time and bop myself on the head for getting rid of any books that I was like, I've got to be a serious adult. What the heck? Please keep around the books that you learned with as kids. Because, like, yeah, there's definitely going to be some stuff eventually outdated and things, especially with science books, because science is also, there's lots of learning and discovery and so forth. There are studies that have been retracted because it's like, oh, wait a minute, no, this is not how we understand it. Or, oh, crap, somebody tweaked the results to get their own thing out of the way. I wish that didn't happen as often. But also, it's just like, oh, there's a lot more to this than we thought. I love when that happens. I love when something new is learned. Like, that's when retractions are fun. It's like, okay, nope. We had some previous understanding. We didn't have the tools of measurement. Now we do. And now we have learned that it's actually this. I love it. Love it to bits. Now, if I would just sit my butt down and learn something more. I started rereading a book the other day. I still haven't finished it. I'm about partway through it. It's, wow, what's the author's name? I think it's Christopher Paul Curtis. I'm crawling onto my across the room to get to it because my legs aren't working. Ah, yeah, it is Christopher Paul Curtis. I remembered right. Ha! But it's Christopher Paul Curtis's book, Bud, not Buddy. It's a really good book. It's actually kind of short, but I mean it makes sense because it is a chapter book and stuff. Whoa, okay. I think we need to calm down, Dusk. Whoa, 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 pal. Buddy, chum, pal, friend. We don't need to do that. That was a little spicy. That was spicy. Alright, okay. Yeah, things are getting interesting. I just remembered... Oh, okay, focus. But I was rereading it. I think I've gotten to the part where Bud meets up with his friend Bugs again. Like, he already mentioned the backstory of how Bugs got his nickname. Yeah. Dude, when I started rereading it, that part at the Amos's, when he's at the Amos's, oh my gosh. I was fuming. I was like, why are you treating that boy bad? Why are you treating that boy so horribly? What the heck is wrong with you people? Yikes. Oh. So it makes the little bit of revenge on Todd so satisfying. It's so freaking satisfying. It's like, ha, sucker. Deserved. For treating that poor boy so mean. Oh, here we go again. Alright, we're good. Perfect. I have no idea how much XP I got out of that. I'm about to find out because time is an illusion. And I can see previous points in the past. Oh, it's all 8s! Yeah, let's go! It's such a trivial thing to get excited about, but it makes me happy. Alright, okay. I'm getting this ball rolling. Wonder what sort of books I can reread again. I remember I think I've read Fairest twice. That's not a Shannon Hale book, is it? No, wait, it is. I think it is. Let me check. Nope, it's Levine. It's Levine. It's Gail Carson Levine. That one's also a really good book. Totally worth reading. It's actually in the same universe as Ella Enchanted, but if I remember correctly, the book to movie adaptation is not super accurate when it comes to Ella Enchanted. Like, it's a fun movie to watch, but I've heard the adaptation is not one-to-one. I mean, of course, a lot of book to movie adaptations are not one-to-one, but like, there are some things that were definitely changed for movie and some things that were changed just cuz or something like that, if I remember right. I haven't read the book Ella Enchanted, so I'm just taking the words of people who read the book. It would be very interesting if there was. If I don't know about it, that's on me, but if there was an adaptation of Fairest, I wonder what that would look like. And if it existed, I would have wanted to exist before, like, 2012 or so. Just cause, or maybe in the early 2000s? Maybe not. I don't know, it might have done well as an adaptation in the early 2000s, because they were still using film half the time, and it would have... I don't know, it would have felt more, like, grounded and both magical and real, if that makes sense. I don't know, a lot of movies these days, they just... There's something about them that doesn't quite feel right. I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I'm just iffy on, maybe it's just because I grew up on, like, filmed on film, if that makes sense. And digital is just kind of throwing me off. But, I don't know, there's just something that it's not clicking for me. I don't know what it is. I really don't know. Oh, maybe I'm just getting old. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that, to be fair. Quite frankly, I'm actually kind of stoked to eventually turn 30. Which is a shocker for most people. A lot of people are gonna be like, a woman so excited to turn 30? What? It's like, do you know how liberating it's gonna be being a 30-year-old? There's not gonna be a bunch of freaks talking about whatever about women's bodies about you, because to you, once you're 30, you're invisible. And hoo boy, I am going to relish in that invisibility. Ho 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 ho. It sounds so silly, but it's a thing. It's a thing. Ah. To be human is a wonderful thing. To be seen as a human is an even better thing. You'd be surprised about the difference. Because everyone is human. But to be seen as human, that's a whole different story, because some people are mean. and need a reality check that everyone is a person. Gosh dang it! Yes, even the worst people are still people, dang it. Which makes it all the more terrifying when they do scary or stupid or mean stuff. It sounds very childish to word it that way, but I think it's the best way to word it. It's straightforward, if you ask me. Come on, give it a swing. Give it another swing. I want to make sure I get 1-8 out of y'all's. Yeah, let's go. Let's see, I think I'll get about 40 XP out of these last ones if I manage to swing 8s all the way. Yeah. If I get 40, that'll put me to... Okay, so there's about 24 left. Something with a 3. 13. So 31-13 will be my total if I manage to get all 8s. And that is because I did some shenanigans and got 4s instead. Yep, nailed it. Told y'all, I'm gonna get scary when it comes to 8s. I've been thinking about where I want to live. Because at some point, I will want to go somewhere else. I'm still figuring out where I want to go. There are things in life where previously I had there was like a roadmap before me, but I have since rejected said roadmap, so now I'm at a loss of exactly where to go and what to do. I know I'm going somewhere, but I don't know exactly where that is. So I'm like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? I guess the joy is like figuring it out on your own. Exploring the possibilities. Wish I went for it a little sooner though, jeez. Although some experiences I'm pretty sure were necessary for me to get to this point, so I suppose it's not all bad. Spin, 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 spin. I had some ramen today. It was good. I know it's definitely not like the chosen special good ramen like everybody would be like, yeah, yes, this is the good instant ramen stuff. No, it's the Maruchan. Apparently people do not like it, but I like it. I don't know. I think you'd be surprised how different spice packets vary between Top Ramen and Maruchan ramen. It's a very different experience. I know I stopped eating the chicken flavor because, like, for some reason in, like, later years, they changed the recipe and the noodles just kind of got slimy and it was kind of gross. Or maybe my taste buds or tastes changed. I don't know. Who knows? Ah. I've got an idea. It's a silly idea and it would slow me down, so maybe I'll save it for the next stream. This is an idea I have. I think I still have that weather book. Where did it go? Oh gosh dang it, did I get rid of it? Please tell me I didn't get rid of the weather book. Where are you? Seriously, where are you, weather book? That's not the weather book, that is Black Beauty. Oh, there it is. Okay, I found it. I could take the weather book out. I'm taking it out right now, screw it. I'm taking it out right now. It's actually not that bad of a book. If I remember right. How old is this thing? Sorry for putting the sort of pause on things. I gotta know. Okay. Alright. Weather. I cannot be reading that correctly. I cannot be reading. This is... How is this book from 1965? How are you from 1965, Girly Pop? Why am I calling a book Girly Pop? This cannot be right. No, it has to... That means that this book is just well made. Holy crap. Why are you such a well-made book? It was printed in Indiana. Why am I like this? I wonder if the Mead Corporation in Dayton, Ohio is still around, because whoever is... If it is, bravo, because the paper is good. The production staff and printers for this did an excellent job. Oh my gosh, there's picture credits in the back too. That's so cool. I need to look at this more often. Okay, enough distractions, enough distractions. Nothing has changed since I was 10 years old. I am still distracted by the weather. Speaking of the weather, and no one has to answer this, but just think about this for a moment. Has anyone personally made the joke when there's fog out that the render distance was turned down? Because I do that a lot. Every time there is fog, I take a picture of it, I send it to my friends in the group chat, and I say, the render distance is low. Every time, without fail. It is the funniest joke to me. I don't know why. It's such a funny thing. When I was at college, fog and mist were pretty normal during the fall once it started getting cold out. And sometimes I would take a picture, put it on like an Instagram post or something like that. It was a personal one. I do not have an Instagram under Yellowfang for very good reason. But I'd post it on Instagram and be like Silent Hill type morning. Because that was the whole thing with Silent Hill, is the fog was there to reduce the amount of stuff to render in the town, if I remember correctly. It allowed the game to run at the capacity it did, if I remember correctly. You know, it would be so cool. It would be so cool to interview Kojima and ask him about the whole development with Silent Hill. I would love to talk to him about the development of Death Stranding too, like both Death Stranding games, because I've gotta know. I've gotta know. Also, same with Metal Gear. I would love to hear him talk about Metal Gear. Like I would love to just sit down and just listen to him talk about any of his games and any of his ideas for hours. I love listening to people talk about the stuff that they enjoy. Because every time that happens, people they get this light in their eyes. To be fair, sometimes when I do listen, I look like I'm bored, but like, I don't know. I have a very deadpan face. Sometimes I do like pause for, I'm like, okay, I need a break for a moment when I'm like listening to someone talk about stuff, but most of the time I just really like listening to I like listening to people talking about the things that they love. I like the passion. It's so cool. I know, if I remember right, Kojima he can speak English, he just prefers not to. He prefers to use a translator, which is totally understandable, because I can speak Spanish, but I am so garbage at it that I am terrified to even try to speak Spanish to people. I have opportunities to speak to people and like sort of practice, but it's kind of scary to practice a language because it can be a little embarrassing to like try to speak and not understand what you're saying. for me, I think if I remember right, okay. I think I do okay with Latin-based languages. Like, I could probably, if I put the time in, I could become fluent in Spanish. I would love to become fluent in Spanish. That would be super useful. And I just love, because like, a good chunk of the world speaks Spanish. Or at least they know enough Spanish to be able to communicate with me and stuff like that. That's a bridge. I am building a bridge with Spanish. Like, English, yeah, it's fun and all and stuff, but it's good to learn a second language. If I recall, the whole 6 UN languages are because a large majority of the world speaks those specific languages. Like, if I remember right, there's English, Spanish, French, Arabic, Chinese, and I think Russian is the 6th one. Yeah. It'd be fun to learn Chinese, but I would totally bork it a lot. Let's just say there would be a lot of meme material on RedNote if I logged onto RedNote and tried to learn Chinese from the people on the site. Because I would definitely mess up the tones. If I remember right, it's a tonal language, so you might accidentally say a completely different word if you get the tone wrong. Maybe it's a little less embarrassing than I think to learn another language and mess it up when you're practicing with people. Maybe it's not so bad. Maybe I could stand to learn to speak Spanish. I have thought also a tiny time about learning Italian. There are some key differences between Spanish and Italian. For the similarities, there's the phonetics. So as long as I learn the pronunciation of the Italian alphabet, I'd be able to speak, or at least be able to read it, like read the text. I'm still a little bit off because my brain, like, since I learned Spanish, like, and learned the alphabet multiple times, I definitely have a bad habit of reading Italian words in Spanish, which definitely would not work. I mean, it could kind of work, but you could definitely tell that it was, like, not Italian. Like, che is definitely used a lot more in Italian, if I remember right. The double L is not the same as it is in Spanish as it is in Italian. Those two are different. And of course there are words that are different. Lots of language things. Languages are fun. Oh my goodness. I need a drink of water. I can feel my throat drying from the lack of drinking. Water is good for the soul. It's very good for the soul. Oh my gosh, we're gonna make it. We are going to make it, and it's going to be beautiful. Water, my beloved. Oh, I just remembered a different Magic School Bus episode. This one's a very interesting one too. There was a lot to do with the water cycle. Yeah, there was the water cycle. Like, it was raining a lot, and they decided to follow the water cycle from the start in their little rain gauge measurement to sorry about that, to measure how much it had rained. So they turn into little raindrops, and then once the sun comes out, they evaporate, go up high, turn into water droplets, and then eventually turn into clouds. And then once they, I think they get sort of ice crystallized in like a family-friendly way, of course, because this is Magic School Bus. They're trying to teach kids about concepts and science and stuff. And then, once they get high up enough, they turn into clouds. And once the clouds are all together enough, it starts to rain. It goes lots of sorts of places, and I think at one point during the episode, I'm thinking about this because I'm thinking about water and how water is treated in different places. But at one point they pass through a water treatment plant. I might be mixing it up with a different episode. I think I am. Or maybe it's the same episode. I remember there's one episode, maybe it is the same one. I do recall that they were filling up a glass in the sink in a bathroom and the door got locked or something. And so the water kept running and they had to pass through the water treatment plant and follow the pipes to the school to be able to get out at a certain point. Magic School Bus got some chaotic episodes. They had to have a little bit of peril to keep things interesting. I'll have to track that episode down again. Oh shoot, it's probably not on Netflix anymore, is it? If it is, I'll track it down on Netflix and then go back through it. It'll take some hunting, because there's like 4 seasons worth of episodes. I don't know how many that is. Is it 100? I don't know. That was definitely part of my formative years. It's still good. I haven't... Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't seen the whole Magic School Bus rides again because I wasn't really hyped about it because the art style changed. And I'm like, who the heck is this? That is not my Miss Frizzle. It turns out it's a different Miss Frizzle. OBS, you piece of trash garbage ham. OBS is a menace to my soul. Why are you glitching? Chill out. Well, you know what? This is fine. This is fine. I'm working with it. Honestly, this is actually pretty normal. Don't start with me, young man. Why am I calling my computer young man? That doesn't work. What in the Sam Hill? Oh, I've just got to restart the entire app. Hang on. Goodness sakes. Oh hey, some games are on sale on Steam. Nice. I could get the whole Ace Attorney trilogy for under $10. That's if I remember to do that later. Also, if I'm willing to actually get that together, that'd be hilarious. Set me loose on Ace Attorney. I need to play through some of the games that I already have in my library first. I have a bad habit of not doing that. And that's just for the games that I have been using my PS Plus subscription to get. There are a lot of games in my backlog just from that alone. And don't even get me started on my Steam library. It's bad. It is so bad. There's a visual novel. I'm pretty sure I've only played Counter-Strike like I think I only started up the game at one point. I haven't played Insurgency in ages. I can't remember the last time I played Danganronpa. And that was just the first game. I haven't even touched the second game. Technically I did. Like, there's probably hours on my Steam account for the second game. But I cannot for the life of... Oh my gosh. Is this thing broken? Are you broken? Are you broken, dear? Apologies for the Twitch viewers. Y'all are getting bullied. Oh no. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yay, mod view. Thank you, Twitch. for behaving for me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Good golly. Whew. Ooh, cracked my back. That actually felt kind of good. I needed that. I've been thinking about how I want to get back into exercising again because my muscles have probably atrophied more than they should. I've been extremely out of shape. To the point where I can't do more than a few push-ups. I could probably do a couple. Just the other day, this is actually a really funny thing. Ignore the force. Just the other day, this was on a previous stream. I need to find the day that I did that and get that clip. I think I just need to take clips from my other streams and upload it. Just take small snippets of each of them, like one at a time, and just add them to the playlist of level 99 stream shenanigans, because I do have that on my YouTube account. I've already put the level 35 Twilight Thorn fight. Good job, brain. But I should find the stream where I caused the plank shenanigan, because that was hilarious. I did manage to take down all 10 Dusks. I did not manage to take them out without getting, like, only half the XP I'd like to get. But it was extremely hilarious and a good exercise. I tried to get all the way back down before ending the plank, but I couldn't. But if a few years ago, I would have been able to do a pretty good plank. Because my core strength is not up to par. My back is doing all of the work, and it really should not be doing any of that. I don't lift with my back if you're worried about that. I do lift with my legs rather than my back. Funny enough, the reason I do lift with my legs is because I remember one single snippet of Jackie Chan Adventures. I cannot remember which episode it was. It was in like season 1, where one of the characters, he's a big guy, Toru, cool dude in the later seasons. He's technically still a cool dude in the early seasons. Is he a bad guy in the early seasons? Yes. But he's a cool dude. Anyway. Oh, I'm getting distracted. Crap. Come on, brain, you can do it. Choo-choo. I should watch that series again. I wonder if that's on DVD. Ooh, am I curious enough to yes, I am so curious. I gotta know. I gotta know if it exists on DVD. I've gotta know. Yeah, boy! Let me see if it's actually on, oh, wait. Wait, that's just the... Wait, no. Wait. I have to... I just have to... Stop. Oh, hey, the Magic School Bus, the complete series! Yay! It's such a silly thing to be so... Okay, that's definitely not all of the episodes. Demon Portal Saga. Okay. Okay, is that just for the... Wait, that's just for the first season. Oh my gosh. Alright. That's enough distraction. I have confirmed that a DVD copy exists. Oh, hello! Whoa, whoa, what's the deal? Wait a minute, that door shouldn't have been opening. Should that door be opening? Let me pause for a second. I'll be right back. I'll just put the be right back screen on. I'm gonna check on something because I think I just heard a door open and close, and I need to know if I need to fist fight someone, so I'll be right back. Well, I took care of it. It's all good. Although I do have to sneeze 1 second. Sneeze is complete. Back to the game. That was a spicy experience. I'm gonna check a couple other things later to see if I am correct about my theory. But I'm pretty sure a door just slammed. Because it scared my poor baby. My poor puppy. He's like, oh my gosh, my door slammed. In all fairness, it's not really fun when a door slams, because then it's just like, ah! So, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Also, during the time of the Be Right Back screen, I made sure to retrieve my laundry so I can get it folded as soon as I'm done. It's gonna be a little while before I do that. I could fold a sock or two if I'm having to wait for damage, though. Better not. On the bright side, it would be pretty funny to see how much I can progress. But I also want to get to level 36 tonight, so I'm gonna prioritize getting to level 36 first. We're doing pretty good, though. We've already gotten about halfway from where we started, because we started off with like 46 something, and we are now down to 21 something. So yeah, more than halfway through. We're moving along at a pretty decent pace, aren't we? Aren't we? Good dog. Good pups. Whew. Spin, 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 spin. Maybe I should fold a sock. Or at least grab one. Oh, is this still damp? Is there anything that I can just fold right away? Yeah. Bada bing. Bada boom. I've already folded one thing, and now I can safely do damage. This is so silly. But now I have an idea of what to do when damage is needed. I can just grab a piece of laundry and fold it. Although I do need to pay attention in case of Weed Whacker mode. Like that. That could have ended badly. It also does draw things out, so. This is why multitasking doesn't always work. Also, half of my clothes are inside out still. Yep. I cannot multitask, so why do I keep doing that? Maybe I'm just trying to prove a point to myself. I don't know. Seems a little silly. But this is fine. Okay, I've taken care of that thing with the internet. Is it perfect? Absolutely not, but it's a lot better than it was, so I'll take it. Let me just fold this shirt since it's staring me in the face. It's a Life Series shirt, actually. I got it, not during this last merch drop, but the one before that, during the season when Past Life was coming out. I'm quite happy with it. It's one of my favorite shirts. No, it's not when Past Life. Past Life is the most recent. It was Wildlife. That's the one. With the wild cards and everything. That was so cool. I should take some time to rewatch some other POVs, because I didn't quite do that. while I was in a bit of a slump, if that makes any sense. That sounds so silly. Oh, I'm in a slump. I don't have the energy or capacity to watch this, but it's surprising. It's surprising how much energy can do for you. There we are. That's another thing folded. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I folding things at the same time? I don't know why I keep doing... You know what? No, I do know why. Because it's funny. And because it's kind of enjoyable and interesting to see how fast I can fold something while fighting for my life. I am still deliberately avoiding HP orbs, just because I don't want to have to take too many hits to get down to the half health point to get the double XP thing. That makes me wonder, I think if I remember right, let's just take a look at the abilities. Yeah, I can equip more to increase the effect. But I don't think that's going to be happening unless I find the ability through some other means. I think there's either it's a milestone ability or something else. Who knows if I'll actually get that because of the fact that I'm on not difficult. The difficulty is on, I'm on crit. Why did I do this on crit? Why am I like this? Goodness gracious. Because I'm not going to have a total of 120 HP. I'm going to have a max of 60 HP. Like, that's going to be my max. That's not exactly great. Not for the shenanigans I'm pulling. I'm going to be a glass cannon. Woo! We're getting into the sub-2000s. And I definitely need to take some damage. And meanwhile, I can fold a shirt. Good job, Dusks. You scared me for a moment, and I had nothing to worry about. Because none of you are actually doing the damage I need you to do. I'm just grabbing socks while I'm waiting. There we go. Alright, where are you? Where'd you go? Perfect! I love it, the Dusk was doing the same thing. He's like, where'd you go? 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 He's a good puppy. Aren't you? Are you a good puppy? What are you staring at? Do I need to fight something? I'm getting distracted by things. Seriously though, pup, if there is something I need to fight, I need to know what it is so then I can get it. Goodness me. Alright, that's covered, and that's covered. Nice. Okay, too many orbs, jeez. That was genuinely not on purpose, by the way. Ooh, tank top. Now to unravel it. And keep an eye on my HP as I fold it. Alright, that should be plenty. Perfect! Hey, I can multitask. Well, so it's sort of a multitask, but not really. It's not really much of a multitask. Because it's really, I'm putting the controller down to do the folding. Like, that's literally all I'm doing. I just put the controller down, let myself take some damage, and then I can be on my merry way. And then once I get below half health, bada bing, bada boom, done. Ooh, another sock. Another sock. Another sock. Perfect. Why is one of the socks damp? Why are you damp? There we go, fixed it. That sounds silly. I definitely did not fix a sock being damp just by doing that. Sorry about this. I'm very distracted by the fact that I found a pair. It needs to be sorted. Oh, this sock is still damp. Yikes. Ew, disgusting. Maybe I shouldn't fold the socks yet. I'll just fish them out. And there's my dirt cloth from the other day of dusting my room. I'll focus on trying to take down a few more of these guys before I fold anything else. I'm gonna fold these dusks before I fold my laundry. Ayo! I've noticed something very interesting in my pattern of fighting these guys. Is that when there's 3 of them, 2 tend to do the same patterns of movement, while the 3rd does not. Thank you, good sir. Alright. Definitely gonna need to take some damage for this group. Come on, come here. See what I mean? 2 are in sync, 1 does something different. I don't know exactly what it is that's making them do it this specific way, but... I wonder if by doing the reversal I'm also manipulating the routing for them. Okay, I just folded that. Let me set that down before I keep walking. Like I keep saying, I'd also just like to get my laundry done and folded. I've got the stuff that needs to be line dried, hung up to dry, and then the stuff that I finish with the dryer, I have put it in the dryer, bada bing, bada boom, it's done, I think. The socks always get iffy for me, I don't know why. I think it's just because I need to stretch them out. Maybe I should start doing that. I'll just start stretching them out. Like, not like stretching the fabric, but like unballing them or something, because they tend to ball themselves up in the wash. It's extremely rude. But I'll try to like unfold them before I put them in the dryer again. I used to be in the habit of doing that all the time, but no sir, you do not get to do the weed whacker motion. That is banned. And now he's a volleyball. Alright. Can I at least... Can I fold this? I think I can. Yay! Ow. Rude. Oh! Okay. It's that kind of day, is it? I'm just kidding, I'm bringing it on myself. Yeah, let's go! This is so relaxing. It sounds so silly, but this is very relaxing. Okay, I've got to straighten my posture, figure out what's going on with my... It's not my kidney, but... To be fair, the pain that I feel in my side is not unfamiliar to me. I used to get this kind of pain all the time when I was growing up, and this was when I was active. I don't know what it is, but it's really irritating me. Alright. Let's see what I can fold. Ooh, a pair of very comfy pajama pants. Nice. The perfect fuzzy pajamas for winter. And just in time for me to smack the crap out of these guys. Including Mr. Volleyball over there. Yay! And I can take out these next two without any delays. Now, as for the next few fellas, I'm gonna need to wait for some damage. And whoop. Alright. Another shirt to Inside Out. Do not knock me into the wall, sir. I do not want to be in the door. Ooh, I almost lost all my progress. That would have sucked. Well, maybe not all of my progress, but at least a small chunk of it. I would have lost about 40 to 80 XP of progress. That was not nice. I'd like to make it to the next level. Very much. Thank goodness I'm not doing a deathless run. Oh my gosh, that would be a damper. I don't remember if I don't think there's an undefeated trophy. Is there an undefeated trophy? I'll have to look that up later too. That is one of those things that I will do I have to look that up later thing. Apologies, I really wanted to fold that piece of laundry. I'm getting so obsessed over my... It's not really obsessed, actually. It's just me taking care of things. Laundry! Alright. Perfect. Best part is, I've almost got everything folded. Another shirt. Perfect. And just in time to take them out. And we're under 1600, which means we're under about... I say about 20 back and forth trips left. Let me do some quick mental math. So, 2... So, let's just divide by a flat 6. Oh, that's 1580, but that's not quite right. Okay, so 1580, let's see. So, 8. So, 15 minus 8 is 7. 78... Apologies, this is going to take me a little bit. Okay, so it's less than 10, so 9. About 19 point something back and forths left. So a little over 19. That's not too bad. We're doing pretty swell for that. Let's fish another thing out. A sock. Okay, now I can actually allow myself to take damage and so forth. And my shirt for the express purpose of dealing with my hair. Once again, inside out, because I have a habit of leaving my shirts inside out when they go into the laundry. Why? I don't know. Why can't I find the label? I use the front label to find the front and back. There we go. Yay! Hang on a second. I need 2 hands for this. And that's the last sock. So, excellent. All I have to do after this now is sort socks. And that's pretty easy. I know my socks well. And that also means I can put the shirt that I didn't want to wear into the laundry. Yay! Laundry is about 99.9% complete. Technically, I can go even further by putting it all away. As a matter of fact, I will. If I can remember how to put things away. I try to make sure that anything that's stacked, the fresh stuff goes on the bottom, so then I don't just wear the same batch of clothes each time. Does it always work? Absolutely not. But it doesn't hurt to try. There's 2. And there's 4. And there's the damage that I need. Perfection! Those better have been 8s. Alright. Back to the jam. I'm swinging around. And grab those. Slide them in. Done. And make the attack. This is so silly to do. I could be much more efficient, but no. Somebody's got to put the laundry away like a responsible person. It actually is good to, like, put away your laundry and stuff once you're done with all the washing and drying. Helps you keep it organized. That is the wrong drawer. There we are. And now, socks are all that remain. That takes a weight off my shoulders. Until I eventually decide to sort through these things. Like, yeah, these still don't feel right. I don't like it. What did I do wrong? I think I need to go and clean the dryer again. Not right now. I'll do that later. What in the heck? Oh, for a second I thought my screen was broken on my monitoring for the YouTube side. It scared me for a second. I was like, why is my screen broken? Did I get a rendering error? Whoopsie. No, it's not a rendering error. We're good. Oh, that's where my water went. Just a little bit of recklessness goes a long, long way. Woohoo! We're still in the double digits of trips back and forth before we hit level 36. But overall, we're doing pretty dang good. So, I'm happy. I can't remember if I brought this up. I'm bringing up the Minecraft world again, specifically the one with my friends. We did fix the problem with the gunpowder farm, and I did remove some trapdoors because I was suspicious that they weren't behaving as they should. Turns out it was just fine. It was just a matter of where I was standing for the spawning to work. So we made a little spawning platform, and just last night, while I was checking through some things, making sure everything was good to go for today. I logged into the server and just sat AFK for a little while to make sure there was plenty of gunpowder. At some point I'm gonna need to sit AFK to make sure that dang paper farm works. Either that or at some point I'm gonna need to expand it a little. Technically that shouldn't be too difficult. I just have to get the redstone to put it together. Oh wait, I have the redstone to put it together. One of my friends so graciously donated a crap ton of redstone to me in the form of digging treasure in the sand for enrichment purposes. It was hilarious. It was very funny. But once I could probably stand. I can expand the farm by a couple blocks before I have to just reassemble the whole thing. I don't want to reassemble it though, because that would mean resetting up the auto crafting mechanism to make it paper. Because it took me a while to learn it, and even then when I learned it, I was still like, my brain was fried that night, to be fair. Never do redstone while your brain is fried. It never works. When in doubt, ask a friend for help. It's been kind of fun learning how to do that. I should learn more redstone stuff. Because I learned computer science and everything, so... Shoot, I still have my Java book. I should read through that again. I don't know if it'll apply though in the same way because I'm pretty sure Java updates stuff and sometimes it changes how the code works. But it'd be worth properly learning Java since the Minecraft, I used Java Edition for the game. Oh! Let me check something. Okay, we're good. All is good in the world. Oh my gosh. Noisy. Goodness me. 1 second. There is a very sassy dog. A very, very sassy dog making a lot of noise, and you can probably hear it in the background. That's par for the course. Goodness me. Spin, 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 spin. I kind of want to sort a couple of socks. I'll sort the fuzzy ones. Still sorting the fuzzy socks and haven't gotten the damage down yet. Goodness me. Bada bang. Bada bam. We're almost there. We're so close yet so far. So close to reaching that famous happy ending. Almost believing this song's not pretend. I can't remember the rest of the chorus. But look how far we've come. Enchanted is a very good movie. Please watch it. It's very fun to watch. It will definitely be a cheerful one. These socks are cold, I don't like it. I kind of want to just throw them back in the dryer. They're not wet, but they're pissing me off. And there's nothing worse than socks making you angry. Okay, there is a lot of things worse than socks making you angry. Who's next on the docket? It's you. Perfect. Most excellent. Most excellent indeed. Now, if I could just keep an eye on where I'm steering, I could move things along at the same time as getting this pair of socks folded together. Unfortunately, that is not how it works. I love how mentally I'm thinking, oh, this is good practice for in case I lose a hand, and I'm like, why am I planning on losing a hand? To be fair, you never know if you're gonna lose a hand. Which is why I should really practice writing with my right hand, because I only know how to write with my left. I can write with my right hand. Is it garbage? Yes. But I could stand to learn. There was a short period of time where I was purposely trying to learn how to write with my right hand. This was back in high school. It was fun. I think I was obsessed with Kobyoko at the time. Come on. Give me the damage, please. Por favor. Yay! Alright, there we go. I'm gonna pull back and see if I can grab a matching pair. Found a matching pair. We're good. Ha! Oh my gosh! You cannot make that up. That was hilarious. They both crossed over and missed me. That was perfect. Alright, let's see. Let's do some math there. 12. About 12 back and forths left. I say about because it depends on whether or not I get 8 XP. I'm just gonna grab the socks. I'm already sorting through them. Perfection. There we are. Another sock done. Oh, jeez, jeez. Sir, sir, sir. That's a little much. I do not have to worry about taking damage for these three either. Yikes, that was spicy. I think that was the closest to dying without actually dying I've done in a while. It was worth the 4. It was worth the 4. Because that was almost a little bummer. Okay. You wanna go? You wanna go? Let's go. Let's go. Party up, buddy. There we go. What are you staring at? It's making me nervous. Every time the dogs... Do not hit me into the door, sir. Every time the dogs randomly stare at something, I get really nervous because I'm like, what kind of ghosts are you seeing? I know this is more normal for cat owners to like suddenly be like, what's my cat looking at? But I don't have cats. So, yeah, I'm finishing the socks. They need to be dealt with. Interesting. I seem to do better folding when I fold the left side sock over the right. That is... I'm finding out about things about myself. This is so silly. But, hey, at least my socks are done. So. That's all that matters to me. They can be put away now. I can put my socks away as long as I learn how to steer. Good lord. Okay. Other than the dusting cloth, all the laundry is put away. Well, and also the line dry stuff. But now, other than water, nothing else. I should not say another word. I know what happens. I'll say nothing else should distract me, and then some crazy thing will happen to distract me. Oh my gosh. Alright, to me. Don't do me dirty now. OBS, you son of a gun. Please. Please. Please reconnect. Please, I beg of you. Please behave. Okay. There's gotta be something I can do about that, because this is ridiculous. Oh, come on. Come on, you trash bin. There we go. Par for the course, par for the course. Although this is getting a bit ridiculous. That's now twice in one night? There's gotta be a way to make this one the priority. Technically there is a way. It's called relocating the Wi-Fi modem and wiring the dang thing. But I don't think that would be very nice. Decisions. But hey, we've now got 11 trips left. Yep, 11. I think. Yeah. Oh, I want to say 11, but that might not be right. Oh, that's a 1, and that's a 1, and that's a... Yeah, 11. Okay, not quite that. I need to actually take damage. Hand over the damage, good sir. Hand it over. Thank you. And one more for prosperity. Okay, that's not... That's a little greedy. Perfect. And now for more. More hits. The greatest hits. I wonder if someone's done a greatest hits compilation where it's just like getting damaged in video games. I'm pretty sure in Wipeout they do greatest hits where it's just basically people wiping out in spectacular ways. If they haven't done it, I'm surprised that they haven't, because that sounds like something someone would do. It'd be perfect for the show. Alright. We are getting closer. Closer and closer. To level 36. And then we will see a new 5-digit number that we'll have to conquer. Stellar. The other day, I was looking at the main file for KH2, the one that I usually play on that I'm putting off fighting Syx on because I'm a scaredy cat. And I've gone up through the levels quite a bit. I'm at like level 66 or so on that one. And I was looking at the XP that I was going through. And it's one thing to like whittle down the XP when you're dealing with enemies that have like 600 or something like that and going through 5-digit numbers. But we are limited to 80 XP max. So those levels further along are going to get longer and longer. I have reiterated this before. This is not the first time I've brought this up. But the further along I get, the more real it's going to be that I am in that situation. So, yeah. That is something I will have to keep in mind. We are making excellent progress, though. Very good progress. I wonder if on the ticking tape, if I should put if the stream cuts out, refresh after a minute or so. That sounds kind of sad, but it might be a reality that I have to deal with because of how my streams go half the time. I really need to let myself take damage. Maybe if I read like a paragraph from the weather book, that'll get me to be patient with this. This is so silly. Oh, we have an introduction. This is an old book too, so like a lot of the discoveries that happened post whenever this book was published are definitely not in here. Introduction. Anyone who reads the pages that follow can scarcely miss the air of excitement, the joy of discovery, and the the conviction of accomplishment that permeate the field of meteorology today, 1965. For several reasons, it is timely that the window behind which the atmospheric scientist and the professional meteorologist labor so assiduously to be open to the public view. Wow. They have chased me down the aisle. I can barely get through the introduction paragraph. First, since all people suffer from the weather, benefit from the weather, and support... Wow. And support atmospheric research and weather forecasting, they have the right to know what it is all about. The meteorologist has a responsibility to tell them as clearly and simply as it is done here. Okay, this is actually a lot more of a simplistic book than I thought it was. This is why you need to read your books. Second, despite air-conditioned homes, this is very American. Despite air-conditioned homes, automobiles, and baseball stadiums, a growing population and increasingly complex civilization are going to become more, not less dependent on the vagaries of the ubiquitous atmosphere. They're using some $5 words here. I love it. Get out your dictionaries, gang. Because of how disjointed I am between paragraphs, it's not making any sense. Third, advances in the pure science through which knowledge of the atmosphere is required, and progress in the applied science involving the use of that knowledge are both taking place at such breathtaking speed that meteorology will be almost as unrecognizable as we enter the 21st century. Oh my gosh, this really was published in 1965. Oh, time travel. I'm just kidding, we're not time traveling. When half of us can still expect to be alive. Oh, that's a gem and a treasure to read. The 21st century. When half of us can still expect to be alive. I love that. That's amazing. The guideposts Messrs. Thompson and O'Brien have set forth will help to make the adventuresome journey a fruitful one. Oh, fourth! Oh, we're getting through like 5 paragraphs. I love this. This is reminding me of when I structured my essays back in elementary school. We had like the introduction, first, second, third, and finally. And the finally would be like the summary paragraph, the conclusion. Like in conclusion, after all of these things. Okay. Fourth, while we are no closer to meaningful control of the weather than we were in the 40s, the problem has subtly but perceptibly been transformed from the speculative phase to one that permits the rational and systemic exploration. Hang on, I need to dodge that weed whacker, that's a little bit much. Exploration, where are you? Oh, of possibilities and limitations. The implications of this development will require no further elaboration than what is found in Chapter 8. Ooh, foreshadowing. This is the silliest thing I've ever done. Okay, the plank thing was a lot more hilarious, but this one's just funny. Alright. Finally, in a world shrunk by modern communication and transportation, beset with conflict and struggling with awesome decisions involving all mankind, there is an unparalleled opportunity to develop and perfect new patterns of international cooperation in the study and the use of an atmosphere that recognizes no international boundaries. They're talking about the weather, by the way. The weather doesn't respect boundaries. That sounds insane out of context. 1 second. Worth it. That was worth the wheezing. Oh, there's the final paragraph. Weather is simply too important to be left to the meteorologists. It is a delight to invite you to share in its study, understanding, and use. And this is the introduction is written by Mr. Thomas F. Malone, who is the chairman on the Committee of Atmospheric Sciences at the National Academy of Sciences and National Research Council. Nice. How close are we to getting to level 36? I keep distracting myself and not finishing the level. We are finishing this level tonight. We're going a little bit longer than normal. On purpose. Because this is a bit ridiculous. I need to stop staring at the weather book, even though it's very interesting. And very fun to try to read while trying to do this. Oh man. Oh hey, 48. We got about approximately 6.1 attacks left. I say attacks, but that's not it. It's 6.1 back and forths. I'm going to sneeze again, but I'm going to wait until the last second. Nobody needs to hear that loud of a sneeze in their ear. Nailed it. See, this is what happens when you actually pick up and read books. The font is actually really legible, by the way. It's in about 11 to... it's in about 12 to 14 point font. I'll have to get a better look at it. But it's definitely readable. It's not like in tiny, tiny lines. Like, I can read it pretty well. This is fun. Also, this book might be out of date because, like I said, like the introduction said, it was talking about the 21st century in future tense and saying when half of us will still be alive. That's a cheery introduction. I'll take a picture of it once I take down these two, so then I can post it on Twitter.com and Blue Sky and YouTube for later. Let me grab my handy dandy phone. Normally I would use a scanner because I'm old and I have a scanner. I actually have a scanner, by the way. It's very useful. Right, there's the introduction. Complete with shadows and all. Alright, come on, reconnect. Oh, that's throwing a fit at me. Alright, there we go. Okay, I took a picture of the introduction, so then that way I can post it on the social medias later. I'll post it when I get to level 36. How about that? That way it'll make me go faster. So at level 36 goal, post the introduction to a weather book published in 1965. It's honestly a decent read so far. Does the life science library still exist? Do all of those institutions still exist, or did they get drowned out by the economy? Ah, back pain, I love you. You know what? I bet I slept funny on my back last night, and that's why I'm in pain. It's not like the worst pain in the world. Like, it's one of those pains that I'm like, yeah, I can tolerate this, but it's annoying. But it's still rude. Kind of like my Wi-Fi not behaving. Behave, child. I don't want to turn up the latency, but I might do it just so then behavior is behaving. I don't think it would help with the misbehavior. Misbehavior, oh my gosh. No more touching the weather book until we get to level 65. No, now I'm mixing up the year that the book was published with the level that we're supposed to go to. It's level 36. Hello, another puppy. Hello, puppy. Oh my goodness, so sweet, so soft. Drum dog. You ever just gently pat the side of your pooch and like a little drum? Of course, gently. Never pat too hard on your puppies. Unless, of course, they don't like pats. Then just pats. Or squeechies. Dogs are so precious, they make me happy. They bring me such joy. In another life, if I wasn't mildly allergic to cats, I would have a kitty cat as well. Although I think just having a puppy, well, okay, they're not puppies. I keep calling them puppies. They are my babies to me. I don't know why I picked up that potion. I really don't need to pick up that potion. There's no point in picking up that potion. I have 99 potions. I don't need any more. Just the other day when I pulled that shenanigan with fighting Twilight Thorn at level 35, I opened a chest and I was like, oh, there's a potion in here. Oh, wait a minute. It's just gonna be another potion that I don't need. Unless there's some hidden overflow stack that I can't see. Kind of like how when you try to get the Speedster trophy, the Speedster requirement resets after 100 hours or so. Maybe it's like that, but I kind of doubt it. That would be hilarious to find out like a while down the line that when I use potions, for some reason it just never goes below 99. And then it just finally eventually goes down after like thousands of potions or something later. Who knows? No, I'll probably actually get hit with 98. I can test it with file number 8 later. See what happens with that. Cause I might have saved the little jump ahead just to see. Just to see. Goodness gracious me. Alright, level 36, here we come. We're getting closer and closer. Also, once we do get to level 36, we'll have done about 4,600 and something XP. I didn't make a note of it at the beginning of the stream, I didn't bother, but 4,600 XP. That's how much we'll have gotten through. I almost picked up the weather book again. I need to leave it alone. I need to concentrate on fighting these guys. I don't know why I don't know why I want to get distracted by the weather book. I should have become a meteorologist. But that's so interesting. Here I thought that it was supposed to be like this overcomplicated weather book, but it's really a weather book that's supposed to be made accessible for like any person. So that's pretty cool. I like that. It means that it still will work for me, which I am very happy about. Not that I can't understand complex stuff, but it's nice to read the simple stuff. Because then it's like written for understanding. Oh my gosh, I gotta stretch. Big stretch. Oh, my back is killing me. Ooh, now that I think about it, there's a beanbag chair that I have seated in front of my laptop because I don't want to unhook and put everything away and then rehook it back up later. I'm just now realizing that the beanbag chair might be the cause of my back pain. Coincidentally, literally everything on my right side was hurting the other day. Like my knee was hurting, my elbow was hurting because I slept on it wrong. My right knee is still pain. But oh boy, it was rough. It was a rough one. And now it's my right side. To be fair, it was always the right side growing up with this pain. Like, I've said it before. I am not a stranger to this specific one. Alright, about 6 of these guys to go, provided I don't mess this up. Or 8 if I hit 4s. I need to have a talk with myself about this. Called getting distracted by stuff. Oh. Goodness gracious me. Part of me is tempted to just truck through, but I'm going to take the damage. And I'm going... No. I'm going to get the 8s out of these 2. There we go, 21. Did you know that approximately 3 7s go into 21? Approximately. Exactly 3 7s go into 21. Yay! We leveled up! We're finally past level 35. We are free. We are finally free. I need to fix the ticker tape. Oh no. I forgot about that part. Oh my goodness gracious. Activate computer. Awaken. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I gotta turn on that screen. Okay, there's 2 things I gotta do. 1. I need to update the marquee at the top of the screen because we are officially at level 36. Let's go! Finally! Finally we're away in that stinking level 35. Oh my gosh, that's a 5-digit number. That's a 5-digit number right there if you ask me. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put this down because... excuse me? No, no, Windows, please tell me you didn't brick yourself. Please tell me you didn't brick yourself. No. If Windows 11's... If it bricked me, I'm gonna be pissed. If the update bricked my computer, I'm going to fight a man. I'm not even joking. I'm going to go up to the Microsoft offices and get in a fight. And tell them they need to get their act together because this is actually getting ridiculous. Anyway. while we're dealing with that, hopefully it wakes up. Please stay connected. I hope it didn't fry my GPU, because if it did, I'm gonna be pissed. Trash cans on a bike. Alright, I'm just gonna say this once. As promised at level 36, here is the introduction to the weather book I just read on stream. And now I gotta copy that text. This is so silly. This is, the things I do. The things I do, man. There we go. Yay! It behaved itself. And then grab that one. Grab that. Post that. Open up my beloved Firefox. Head a little further down the stairs so then it's a little less boring. Pause a little bit. Not really pause, but open up. Where's my Settlement screen? There you are. Open up my Settlement screen. Open up YouTube. Open up my posts. Add that. Add the message. Post. Go to my gameplay overlay. Forcibly edit the gameplay overlay because for some reason clicking on that button didn't work. Save a random video to watch later. Check my notifications. Yay. Find the elements. Fix the settings. Level 36. Now, if I took the time to do that at the beginning of the stream, like actually have the computer booted up on time, we wouldn't have had to take so much time out of that. But to be fair, we were also dealing with me posting an introduction of a book. Oh, that's the beauty of streaming, honestly. Yeah, it can't get much better than that. Probably can. I think I have to restart the app again. Not the stream, thank goodness. Just me. Just my application for babysitting the stream. There we go. Yay! And now we can do some more chipping away. And hopefully not dying. My. And I'm not as concerned about the 8s and 4s because I have chilled out about that. And also it's just good sanity practice, let's be real. Yay! Okay, I need to not do that too much, because I doubt this is fun for anyone with motion sickness. I wonder... Ooh, that's interesting. Not necessarily haha funny number, but more like that's a very aesthetic number, 11711, so 11,711. Nice. I didn't even check to see. Oh gosh, I gotta refresh the overlay. I completely forgot about that. I forgot about hitting the refresh button. I saved, right? Not the game, the overlay. Do I have to restart the overlay? Did I hit the save button? Let me save it again. Now I'm not so sure if I... Oh gosh. I didn't restart the overlay. Refresh! Refresh, dang it! Oh jeez, and I broke it. Cool. Oh. Really? Alright, what are the properties? Why are you like this? Is it not saving or something? Or is it like... Can't go one stream without something completely breaking. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I know in my heart that it says level 36. That is gonna piss me off. I doubt the URL link changed. Is it really throwing that massive of a fit though? I was gonna say, I can't believe I forgot to refresh it, but no, that tracks. Why are you behaving so badly? Why are you misbehavior? Always something. It's always something. That's gonna bug me all night. Which means it's gonna be another thing I fix. Actually, I have an idea. But I'm gonna implement it as soon as I take down these three. It's not me going away. I'm just switching screens to see if I can get it to behave itself. Okay, I pressed that. Okay. Why are you broken? You've been saved. Why aren't you updating live on stream? Is this actually connected? Do I have to close this? I'm closing it anyway. Nothing like getting bullied by my tech. I'm just gonna turn off the overlay since it refuses to behave. I'm gonna regret that later. But it's irritating me, and I think I have to fix it on this side. It's definitely not a USB related thing. Last I checked anyway. It's probably just throwing a fit about a link or something. I don't know what it is about that just makes it struggle so much. Oh. Nice. Okay. Whoa. Saw something crazy for a second. Let me check something real quick. Okay. I'm gonna turn on the overlay. It's upsetting me that it's not on, but it's still not working! Why are you like this? To be honest, I do feel very honored that the scuff has reached me. Because I used to think, oh, it's so simple, everything's fine. I don't know why there's so much scuff on other— No. It's a very normal thing for weird stuff to happen. That is so funny. Does it still bug me a little? Of course. Let's do one more. Let's get these guys. Let's get this bread. Come on, bring it on. Now, I can't guarantee that it won't be a long haul of streams with level 36, but at least I can say with full confidence that we have finally moved on from level 35 and we are not going back to it. It's making me nervous just saying that. I'm gonna take out these 3 and save. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a very good idea. I do not care if I only get 4 XP. Oh, and it's another set of odd numbers too. That's horrible. I know it's kind of silly to complain about, but absolutely rude. Although, you know what? Maybe it's better that they're not even numbers. There we go. Okay, let's make sure we save our progress. We're gonna make that 5 turn into a 6. Oh my gosh, we've been at this for over 2 hours and we're almost about 30,000 money total. That's awesome. Alright, saving on the second file. Beautiful. And the overlay is still broken. But you know what? I think that this is a good time to call it at the end of the stream. I've gone a little bit longer, but I really wanted to make sure I get above and past level 36 a little bit, so then that way I'm sure 100% that we're good to go. Thank you so much for watching the stream. If you want to check out some of the other things I do, I have a YouTube channel for those who are watching on Twitch. I have a YouTube channel where I have a bunch of random videos and stuff, including some of my old gaming stuff. And also there will be saved archive of the stream on there, because it always saves the streams on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for doing that. And for those on YouTube, I also have Twitch. If you prefer watching on Twitch, great. If you still prefer YouTube, that's okay. I love it. You can follow me on my social media at twitter.com/YellowFang42 or Blue Sky. Just search up YellowFang42. You can't miss the little kitty cat. I use that PFP on pretty much everything. Yeah. Yes. If you like the stream, hit the like button. If you want to see more of this and get notifications for that, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitch, if you want to continue to see this crazy journey, hit the follow button. So then that way you can see more and get notifications for when I'm live. Otherwise, you can also see when I post that, hey, I'm live on Twitter and Blue Sky and YouTube. Alright. That's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to read more of this weather book. Y'all have a great night. Rest well, or have a great day if you're on a different part of the world, because time zones are amazing. Alright, thanks for watching. Have a good one.